Alright guys, welcome back to the Hearts Football Manager 2022 career mode. And you might think, what the fuck is that noise? Well, we are in the living room. It's the echo all over again. The echo strikes again. Apologies for that. I'm just going to have to deal with it, man. I'm pulling double duty tonight. I'm watching WWE SmackDown. Why? I don't know. I'm sitting here on a Friday night, 1:30 in the morning, watching Friday Night SmackDown while trying to record an episode of the Hearts Football Manager series. What is happening with my life? I don't know, but it's fucking shit. What would make it better though is a good win today against Aberdeen. What would make it extra better though is a good draw in the Europa League group stage. And what would make it absolutely fantastic is if we could bring in some more major signings in the January transfer or summer transfer window. I almost got ahead of myself there. Come on, Jamie, come on. There's still like 5 months to go before the January transfer window. Cut that shit out. But yeah, massive game ahead today. Got Aberdeen at Tynecastle. I think it's important that we win this. We have kind of bounced back after a poor start to the season. Our last 4 games have all been wins over. We beat Raith Rovers in the Premier Sports Cup. Then we beat BRONDY in both legs, the Europa League playoff, and then we beat Celtic 1-0 in the Singe Premiership. And, you know, that was a great result, albeit slightly helped when Timothy Weah got sent off. 2 yellow cards in the space of a minute. Massive error from his standpoint. Don't quite know what he was thinking, but we took advantage of it. I could have tried to settle, I could have been a bit negative, but we went, no, we've got 10 men here for 30 minutes. I went for it. I went all out attack, guys. I did. I went, you know what? I want to win this game. And we did win it thanks to Harry Chapman in the 92nd minute. So, we have bounced back well. Don't forget about the BRONDY game. We were 4-0 up in that match. And we almost lost it late on. But thankfully, BRONDY had another sending off, which kind of helped. So, in the last few games, teams have kind of helped us by getting men sent off. But I don't think Aberdeen are going to make that same mistake. So, when we play Aberdeen, absolutely massive that we perform and pick up all 3 points as we try to keep climbing the Premiership. But before we play Aberdeen, we've got a new signing that we need to introduce, and I have signed Aaron Pressley from Bristol City, Brentford. So I've signed him from Brentford in a transfer deal worth 100k, but it rises, I believe, to 115k. So 115k will be deducted from the transfer budget of 800k, and he's now a Hearts player, 20-year-old Scottish striker. I think this guy's got a lot of potential. I think he will feature quite a bit this season, to be fair. I don't think he's going to be starting games regularly, but I do expect him to make quite a lot of appearances. And if you look at his stats already, let's compare him. We'll compare him with... Who will we compare him with? How about we compare him with Liam Boyce? So Liam Boyce, you can see in the blue, Aaron Pressley in the green. And to be fair, he's not a million miles behind. If you look at the key stats, he isn't that far behind. He's 1 less than Boyce in the mental, 1 less in the aerial, 1 less technical, 1 less attacking. He's got the same vision. He's got a lot more speed, the same physical. And Aaron Pressley is only 20 years old. He's only going to get better. So I think he could be a great signing for us, and I'm excited to see him in action as well. He's 190 centimetres and 84k weight, so this is a tall, physical guy, but he has got pace about him too, so I'm really looking forward to seeing Aaron Pressley. Could he even make his debut against Aberdeen? He might. He very well could do. We've got Doll set to move on loan to Ayr. We'll accept that. He's on his way out, the 18-year-old fullback. We'll be back at the end of the season. And now, guys, this is what we all want to see. It is the Europa League group stage. Hearts are one of the 8 teams that have been seeded 4th for the draw. So we are going to be the lowest seeds, which means the likelihood of us getting an easy group is pretty much non-existent. But let's go. Let's get into this automatic draw. Let's go. Keep in mind, guys, Rangers are also in this competition. They are seeded in the first pot, but keep in mind, we cannot get Rangers since they are from Scotland. We are from Scotland. Teams from the same nationality cannot get each other. So here's the seed ones. We could potentially get Lazio, Dynamo Kiev, Chelsea, Zenit, Shakhtar, Slavia Prague, or Napoli. I mean, if we want a big game, then we probably would love to get like a Chelsea, but if we want to try and get through, maybe Slavia Prague here out of these teams I'm looking at. Rangers have been drawn against Feyenoord. Don't know if they'll be happy or not with that. Probably. It's not a bad second team draw. I'm looking at Group A. We don't want that. Lazio and Valencia, we do not want that. Rangers get West Ham. That is not what Rangers wanted to see. So Rangers drawn with Feyenoord and West Ham. The groups now are getting added. And now it's time for the 4th seed draw. So we want to avoid Group A. We have done it. We're not can't get Group B. Group C. We ain't going to be in that. I don't want that one either. I don't want the one with Chelsea. We avoid that. Zenit, Red Star, Astana. And that is what we go into, guys. Group E. We got into the group with Zenit, St. Petersburg, Red Star, Belgrade, and Astana from Kakistan. I don't think it's an easy group by any means, by any stretch of the imagination, guys. That is not an easy group, and that's going to be difficult to get out of. But what I would say is, I do think it's one of the easier groups that was on offer. I definitely think we could have got a harder group. I mean, look at that first one with Valencia and Lazio. If we got in that, it would have been really hard to see any way out for us. But thankfully, we didn't. And we probably will still struggle with this group, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be delusional. This is going to be a very tough group to get out of, but we'll give it our best. We'll give it our chance. We'll see what happens. I believe if you finish third, I think you may drop into the Europa Conference League. I don't quite know how it works. I'm not 100% sure, but we won't worry about finishing third. We'll worry about finishing in the top 2 places, and then we'll see about that. Zenit will have to watch out for the creative force of Hearts, Ben Woodburn, who tops the assist. Well, I'm hoping he's creative when he takes on these big teams. But here we go. Yeah, massive, absolutely massive, guys, that we are even in the Europa League group stage, and the amount of money that we'll get for playing in those games is phenomenal. It's going to help the club big time. So absolutely delighted that we got into the group stage officially. But before we can concentrate about any sort of European football, we do have Aberdeen up next. It's a big match. I've already spoke about it. It's a game that I feel like we have to go on and try and win. I mean, we've won our last 4 games in a row. There's no point stopping now. Momentum is in our favour. Momentum is with us at the moment, and we need to keep that momentum by getting a good win here against Aberdeen. So let's go to the conference here for the Europa League group stage. Can maybe your thoughts on the draw? I'm looking forward to it. We'll come up against some good teams. Where do you think you'll finish? I won't be drawn into making bold claims, but we'll definitely give everything to try and qualify from the group. We'll take it one game at a time. That's all we can do. I'm going to say that. I'm going to be realistic, guys. How much are you looking forward to the experience with a team of Hearts stature? I'm just going to take it one game at a time. So I'm basically repeating my last answer. What do you hope to achieve in the competition? If we can keep taking steps forward in pursuit of our long-term vision, then that'll do nicely. There you go, yeah. Just keep taking games one at a time. Rangers and Hearts are the teams representing Scotland in the competition this season. Do you think it's possible for us to see a Scottish winner? I'm a big believer in Scottish football, and although it doesn't seem like it, I really think it could happen. Okay, I'll go with that. Elsewhere, Rangers have been drawn against Feyenoord, West Ham and Mackie Hafia. How do you rate their chances? I'm happy that's not our group. I'm only here to talk about Hearts. Would you agree that Zenit are your toughest opponents? Yep, definitely. And that is it there. So, got asked a bunch of questions. Tried to answer them as best and truthfully as possible, and I hope we've done that. So here we go then, the match against Aberdeen. We're lining up with Greg Gordon and Suter in defence. Jesus Christ. Why the hell are we playing Suter in midfield? Bringing in Michael Devlin. Halkett is going to miss this one, wasn't fully fit. Taylor Moore completing the centre-back partnership of 3. Michael Smith on the right. Leo Watson coming in on the left for Stephen Kingsley. Kingsley again, don't want to risk him in this match. It was a bit of a doubt, so I thought, you know what, we'll go with Leo Watson. I thought he did pretty well when he came on in the last match against BRONDY, so we'll give him another chance. Cameron, Devlin and Benny reunite in the middle of the park. Dominic Ball then drops to the bench. And the front three, we're going to go with Chapman, Woodward and Llorente. Aberdeen, of course, dangerous team. Some very good players in there. Got Lewis, Ramsey, Bates, Constantine, Byrne, Jordan Rossiter, who they signed. McCrory, Ferguson, Hedges, Johnny Hayes and Christian Ramirez. It's not going to be an easy game here, but we are at home. I'm hoping that we can go in, pick up for where we left off last time, and just go out and win this game and get the confidence going even stronger and higher around Tynecastle. So there we go. We're unbeaten in our last 5 games, including 4 wins on the bounce. So I am positive here. Aberdeen have been zigzagging, win-loss, win-loss, win. So that means they're due a loss if you go by that. Aberdeen currently 5th. We are 6th. Win, lose or draw today. We will not go any higher than 6th. But it's not really about that at the moment. It's about picking up as many points as possible and trying to stay within touching distance of the people near the top of the table. At the moment, that's Rangers, who have 5 wins out of 5. Unfortunately, we cannot boast that same sort of record. And we just need to keep playing here and trying to get as many wins as possible and hope that Rangers begin to buckle. But at the moment then, Aberdeen holding it for a draw. A draw would see them move into 3rd place in the table. But they'd probably settle for a draw. I think Aberdeen would probably take the 0-0 if you offer them it right now. We certainly won't though. We want to win this. We want to get back to winning ways and get back-to-back wins for the first time in the league this season. I mean, after beating Celtic at Celtic Park, anything but a win here, we would have to view as a disappointment. I'm going to shout here. We're going to encourage the team because it has not been a good start for some reason. I'm not too sure what that reason is, but we've started very slow here, and Ben Woodburn is looking like he's going to have to come off. I know his fitness was a wee bit low, but I wasn't expecting this early for Ben Woodburn to have problems, and he's not the only one who's got problems. We have problems. Andy Constantine, with the header, has put Hearts 1-0 behind here at Tynecastle, and how the hell has that been allowed to happen here? We've had 0 shots, man. What is this team doing? Why have we created nothing? I don't get that. I do not get that, man. We need to get a way back into this game. We need to do it soon. Let's shout here. Let's berate the team because we are not playing well at the moment, guys. Players have responded a wee bit better. We're going to go on attacking, and we're going to look to up the tempo and just get the ball forward quicker, go a wee bit more direct. Would love a goal for half time. Whether we get it or not remains to be seen. I don't think it's going to happen. And now Benny looks like he's given everything he can this game, and we should have been recommended to bring on ball. It's been a shocking first half. I'm going to let the lads know that. Our shooting has not been good enough. You've been terrible so far. Sort it out. And at least they seem to acknowledge that they haven't been good. And this result would not be good for us, guys, man. We cannot afford to lose. Especially after beating Celtic. To lose here would just be, oh man, it would be so lacklustre. It'd be pointless. It'd be like the Celtic win was for nothing. We need to at least get a result at this game. You know, I would have considered a draw. Pish before the start of the match, but we need to make sure we at least get the draw. And there's 58 minutes going in the second half, and guys, not a lot's happening here. Not a lot is happening. Let's see if we can fire up the team here because we're not playing well. I don't know why we can't do something. Ramsey then to Hedges, McCrory, Ramirez. Good there for Mikey. Devlin steps in, wins it. Can we counter Devlin to Taylor Moore out to Leo Watson? Can the young left back do? Woodburn plays in Fernando Llorente. Get in. Fernando Llorente. Brilliant Buffy Woodburn. Sheer magic from Hearts. And it all started for Leo Watson running down that left-hand side, man. Leo Watson, what a run. And then, yeah, so one thing led to another, and then we put the ball in the back of the net. Woodburn, with a lovely lofted through ball over to Fernando Llorente, gives us a way back into this match, and Llorente looks like he's given everything he can. It may be substitution time with 17 minutes to go. A lot of our players are looking absolutely wrecked, to be honest. I don't really want to take some of these guys off, but I think I'm going to have to. If I'm being realistic here, some of them are just absolutely done in. But I don't want to take Woodburn off. I want to keep Woodburn on. I'm going to keep Woodburn on. I'm going to bring on Ginnelly. I'm tempted to bring on Aaron Presley. I really, really am tempted to bring on, but I'm going to bring on Boyce because Boyce is motivated. I feel like we need to give Boyce a chance here. And you know what? What if we... Taylor Moore's not exactly looking too great. What if we swap those two around? And we put Taylor Moore up front. And we bring on Aaron Presley for his debut. And we stick him up front with Liam Boyce. And we just go for this, guys. That's what I'm thinking. And we play him as a pressing forward on attack. I'm going to go for it. We're going to go 2 up front. We're going to try our best here to try and get a win. A draw is not it's not good enough. I don't play for draws. I want all 3 points, and we're going to try and get it. Also going to go on very attacking here for the last 14 minutes. And yeah, Ginnelly now. One of the men we subbed on is Liam Boyce. It's through to Woodburn. Woodburn lays it off to Leo Watson. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Oh man, could you imagine if Leo Watson came on, scored that goal there? That would have been phenomenal. Unfortunately, he just puts it wide. Instructions here. Let's get more direct. Let's praise the team. Come on, guys, we're doing well, but we need to try and find a winner. It's Mikey Devlin. Plays into Benny Bennett. It's going to try and turn and go forward. I thought it was a good ball away, Michael Devlin, but it really wasn't. And it is cleared away by Bates. It's headed on by Ramirez. Suter will come across and collect it. He's taking his time about it, though. John Suter, come on, we've got a game to win here. And you're dilly-dallying. What's this all about? And Suter gives it away, and we could be in trouble here. John Suter, of all people, you'll not hear the end of it if a mistake for him leads to a goal. I can't believe that, and it could lead to a goal. It's Johnny Hayes. It's Johnny fucking Hayes. And Johnny Hayes puts it wide. And that was almost that John Suter mistake there that came back to bite us in the hole. Harry Atters come on. It's a good challenge for Leo Watson. Ball whipped in back post. Smith jumps, misses it. Johnny Hayes is there, he collects it. Watkins back. How's Marley Watkins scored that? Off the underside of the... Oh, come on. We can blame Michael Smith, but surely Craig Gordon has to do more there. I think Craig Gordon has to save that. I 100% think Craig Gordon has to save that. We're gonna try and hit early crosses here, shooting sight. I can't believe that, guys. I've absolutely got it here. For getting back level, it looked like, in my opinion, we were going to go on and chase the game and potentially win, but that hasn't happened now. It's unlikely that we're going to get a win now. We're trailing by 2-1, and now Ginnelly gives it away. What are we doing? We're past it to Hayes. Aberdeen will try and make his pace. Smith gets back, intercepts it. Thank God for that. Suter then launches one forward. McCrory heads it to Lewis. We need a disaster there for Lewis, but not quite. Punts it away though to Michael Smith. Back in here, Smith lobs it over to Presley. In towards Woodburn, and Woodburn equalises, and it all came from Joe Lewis there with that terrible clearance right to Michael Smith. Michael Smith then plays it up over the defence through to Aaron Presley, and on his debut, Aaron Presley with the assist to Woodburn. Woodburn with the goal, and that's twice now we have come back from a losing position. Have we got it? What, have we got one more goal in us? Have we got a third goal in us to try and win this match? It would be stuff that dreams are made of, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. 4 minutes have been added on. The time is ticking away. I don't think we're going to get that result. We're not going to get that result, guys. It's finished. Hearts 2, Aberdeen 2. We tried, we really did. Towards the end of the game, we dominated, but we couldn't grab the winner. We couldn't get all 3 points. I'm kind of happy that we battled back twice for losing positions to avoid defeat, but at the same time, kind of wanted to win. I'm happy with Woodburn's performance. I thought he was really good. He recently just got dropped by Wales, so hopefully that's going to light a fire underneath him, and we might start seeing the best now of Ben Woodburn. Again, Benny and Devlin were solid in the middle of the field, and Presley came on late and got an assist, so I mean, that's good there from the from the new signing. It's disappointing that we didn't win because of the chances, but I'm not going to slate the team and say we were bad. I thought we did play well. We were pretty good there. We were the better team, and I feel like we should have won that. We didn't, and you know what, guys? We live on. We fight another day. I'm not going to cry over the result. I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus. I'm not going to sell the entire team. We'll just have to. It's a disappointing, draw. We dropped 2 points, but yeah, it is what it is, guys. We've got transfer deadline coming up. I don't know if we're going to sign anybody. To be fair, at the moment, I'll be honest, I was kind of looking to get a replacement left back, a second backup option at left back, but with the way that Leo Watson's playing at the moment, we might not even need that position covered. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Suter could be leaving. If he does leave, then I will try and bring in a centre back. If he doesn't leave, then I probably won't bother. I want him to leave. My plan is to get rid of him, but I don't want to transfer list him, and I don't want to offer him to clubs because that will severely reduce the amount of money we can get from him. At the moment, there's been rumours of Celtic offering. They're being rumoured to be ready to prepare to offer 11 million. I think if we transfer list him, we ain't going to get anywhere near 11 million, so I don't want to do it just yet, guys. I do want to get rid of him, but I don't want to hurt our finances by forcing him out the club. That's the last thing I want to do. We're looking at Ben Williams here. Would potentially... Is Ben Williams a signing that we should maybe look at making? I don't know. Where would he fit in? Slightly better than Leo Watson, but I think Leo Watson long term has more potential, so I don't think we want to bring in Ben Williams. Ben Cotterill, another player that we've been looking at for Arsenal, potentially could get him in at loan, but I don't think he would get anywhere near the team. So if we're going to bring in a player on loan, it can't be to have him sit on the bench, to fucking warm up the seats in the stands. If we're bringing in a loan player, he has to be contributing a lot to the first team, and I don't feel like he would do that. Liam Boyce has been called up to the Northern Ireland squad. Fair play, good for Liam Boyce. Aaron Kennedy is called. Can we expect any business? Perhaps we can. Perhaps we can. Now, the transfer deadline day, guys, is coming up. I'm just going to play that off screen. I'm not going to have it on record for the entire thing because I might actually spend a few hours on it and it just wouldn't make for a good video. So what we're going to do is I am going to stop here and then I will come back once the transfer deadline day is over. If I've made any signings, we'll cover it. If any of the other teams have made any major signings in the league, we'll cover that too. And then we'll see what the transfers look like. So that's what we're going to do, guys. Let's get stuck in to the transfer deadline day and hopefully we can bring in a couple more faces. Alright, so the transfer window is over. Pretty much from our end, nothing happened. Just the players that you'd already knew we brought in. The likes of Woodburn, Balogun and Nathan Holland. Obviously we know Harings went out, Armand Angele's left, Kai Stevens left, but there was nothing really about us that happened. Other teams made some signings. The league was busy. Even Hibs made another signing. We'll check out Hibs, man. Hibs have really brought in a lot of deals here. Transfer deadline day, they brought in Stuart McKinstry from Leeds, who looks a good player. Valued at 8 to 10 million, so that's going to be a solid signing for Hibs. Ashley Fletcher, a guy that I wanted to sign earlier in the transfer window. He didn't seem to want to come here, but Hibs have managed to get him to sign a deal. He might be only rated at 700k, but I think this guy is a solid player, and I would maybe keep an eye on him. I think his contract's out at the end of the season. Could you imagine if he's on loan at Hibs for a year, then he comes and joins Hearts? That would be mad. And then they got Maxime Collin from Brighton for 1.1 million. So Hibs, or Birmingham should I say, for 1.1 million. So Hibs are really splashing the cash. And if you look at the signings, they let go. Okay, they let go of Christian Doidge to Aberdeen, their rivals. I'm not too sure about that. That's a bit of a weird one there. But it's not like they've sold a lot of players so they could bring in players. They have spent a lot of money. 4.8 million to be exact. That is insane for a club that isn't called Rangers or Celtic. So I am a bit worried. I think Hibs this season could be extremely difficult to beat in the league. If we're looking at Rangers, last couple of days, the transfer window, they brought in Skov Olsen and Thomas Kiamisinke, but overall in the window, it wasn't a great one for them because they did lose out on some key players, including Ryan Kent, Aribo, and Scott Arfield, and of course, Yanis Hadji. So it was a bad window for Rangers, in my opinion. But they're doing well. They're top of the table. 5 wins for 5. So obviously they're doing something right this season because they are going well in the league. Aberdeen made a wee bit of an investment, as you can see there. And Celtic, again, spending 5.5 million and losing nobody who you would really consider a key player. Just a bunch of players going at loan. They got a big, massive loss of Barkas. That's the only thing they'll probably be disappointed with. Managed to sell Barkas for 71k after paying 5 million for him the year before. So that wasn't good from Celtic's standpoint. But overall, I mean, I think Hibs are definitely the winners of this transfer window. They've done a really good bit of business. And I'm a bit worried. Income this month's great. Obviously, that's for the Europa League, so that will help the finances, which was great. We needed to get into Europe for that reason, and I'm hoping that perhaps next year or in January we have more money because the club's in a better financial situation. But this transfer window, I just didn't really feel like we had the money to really go and venture into pulling off a big signing. John Souttar, still at the club. We didn't get a bid in. It's pretty insane, but nobody actually came in. We didn't even get any bad bids for John Souttar. Just nobody came in to offer a bid. And at the end of the season, he'll only have one more year left on his contract. So we probably do need to sell him soon. If he doesn't go in January, we 100% need him to go at the end of the season, unless we try and sign him up to a longer deal, guys, and then maybe try and cash out that way. But yeah, I definitely thought there would have been interest. I thought someone would have come in for a bid. There was rumours of Celtic offering 11 million. In the end, that didn't happen. In the end, nobody offered anything, so I guess they were all just rumours. But that's good day then, guys, for this episode. We'll be out next time for a few games in the league, and of course, we get our Europa League group stage underway with an away tie in Serbia against Belgrade. We have winnable games against Dundee and Inverness in the league. In my opinion, we need to try and win them and start climbing. But yeah, guys, looking forward to it. We are unbeaten in our last 6. Hopefully we can keep that unbeaten run going. I've been Son of Scotland 90. This has been the Hearts Football Manager career mode. A bit disappointed with the transfer window, but here, shit happens. I think we've got a good squad of players here, and I do think we can deliver. Well, actually, hold on a second. I think we did actually let one player go on transfer deadline day, if my memory is correct. Well, we let a couple of players go. So we let Ryan Schiavone go on loan, and Nathan Holland, who I did sign this season to be a part of the first team, I've decided to let him go on loan because Barry Mackay is due back soon in like a week or 2, and I just don't think Nathan Holland was going to feature much. He would be relegated, demoted to like the 5th choice winger at the club. And for a 24-year-old, I think he's coming into his prime years. I think he needs to be trying to get as much game time as possible. I'll be honest, I thought he was better when I signed him. I don't think he's going to be the player that I anticipated he would be. I might even be looking at getting him out permanently at the end of the season. Of course, it depends on what happens with the likes of Woodburn and Barry Mackay. But I did expect Nathan Holland to be slightly better than he is, and rather than just having him sit on the bench and maybe making up a 23-man squad, I thought, you know what, I'll loan him to Barnsley and maybe he'll get more game time there. So that's it, guys. That is the transfer window roundup. Wasn't the greatest window. But it's over. It's done. It's dusted. Leave a like, leave a comment. We'll be back next time for more matches where hopefully we can continue our unbeaten run. But until then, I've been Son of Scotland 80. Thanks for watching and peace.